Odo.
Yeah.
There were young Irwina, Ekmeme, Emeka, okay, Kowoko, Ritin, talking Evana. Omiragua, Ekohorogun, Ocha Riuno, Pontovovo. It's Ofonimeta, Ojicha Revueve. For the benefit of those who are still not grounded in the language, we're all on the learning curve. Just greetings from UPU UK for gathering here. It's for the good for our individual and also for the good of Urhobo and for the good of Nigeria. So big thanks to all of you for gathering today, especially our able teacher, Urhobo teacher, and Nosiama Wekubiro Mamo for Brendo for the consistency, persistency, just the support for the whole program. And it's not easy to learn for all the learners too. The Nyeho, Ewere, Kite, Monefe, Wanogo, Kanyoma, Voa, and not sure. And many people from different countries. Onome from Lagos, and somebody from Jamaica, sunny Jamaica this time. So we thank God for everything. So Ike, let me hand over to you to see what we're going to do for today, leading us to 2024. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. No.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thanks again. Yes, Larry is now back. So thanks everyone, and thanks Chief Young Erenai. For those who probably aren't aware, Chief Young Erenai is of course, he's the Vice President of UPU UK, but he's also leading the Urhobo School program as the lead tutor. So he's helping to coordinate the provision of Urhobo School as part of UPU UK, what we offer, because one of the core objectives that we have is what we all do to preserve and promote Urhobo language and culture. So Urhobo School is a major part of that effort. So thank you. We said we've had the last lesson of 2023, and that was last week. I just want to appreciate everyone that stuck with it. And also, I want to give a massive appreciation shout out to our good friend, Peter, who has led the session. I will give him an opportunity to speak later on, and indeed everybody opportunity to speak. We just want to have a two-way interactions. Want to feedback to you, hear feedback from teacher, and hear your thoughts and your ideas, any reflection, any suggestions that you may have, looking back at the year, and then we just want to close the year if we can on a high note, and set ourselves even greater challenges for next year, and perhaps your feedback and your suggestions will help us to achieve that. So before it may be that the UPU president will join in. I did mention to him that we're holding this session, but he's busy planning for UPU general meeting tomorrow. We have a meeting tomorrow, so anyone that's not in Jamaica or Lagos or Ughelli that is able to join us tomorrow at New Cross for the UPU final meeting of the year, please do so. So welcome, Naomi. Naomi is my daughter. So, and we're just going over what we have been up to in 2023. Just a quick roundup, and we will all have opportunity to speak. So just very, very quickly, just rounding up on the year that we have had. If you recall, we ran a campaign to enroll anyone that's interested in learning Urhobo as a beloved language, and we started the program on the 15th of April, and we had quite a number of interests. I think in total we had 94 people who were registered, and I think 52 of that was family registration, and 42 was adult registration. So it was a massive interest at the beginning, and we concluded the delivery of the lessons last week, Saturday, the 9th of December. So it was an enduring exercise to sustain it every week, every Saturday, 2 sessions a week. So it's a massive undertaking. So a big shout out to Peter for making it a reality for us. It was a bold move to use a teacher from Nigeria to deliver a lesson to people in the UK and across the world. We've got people joining in from America at times and Lagos and other parts of Nigeria. So it's good to see that we have made it work. Um, of course, there are aspects that we need to improve upon next year. I'll let Peter, expand on those aspects. But what we had wanted to do was to provide a structured um, learning um, experience. So we wanted you to have interactive learning experience, and then from time to time we will complement it with in-person session, just so that you have opportunity to practice what you've been learning remotely. We're just able to run one of the four that we planned, or three that we planned. There was no Urhobo in August. That went down well, although the attendance could have been better, but it was good that we did that. So we learned a few things. We did some exercises. We exposed people that were there to different aspects of Urhobo, tradition, the culture, the people, and key things that perhaps they didn't know about. The geography of Urhobo, the monarchy of Urhobo, the language, and some of the key successes of Urhobo. So it was good that we had that session, and we sort of really enjoyed the presence of a few children who came on the day as well. Uh, Another thing that we successfully achieved in the year was the recording of our sessions. So we've been recording the lesson for the benefit of those who want to look over the lesson again, or who perhaps missed the lesson. So all these recordings, I think it's about 29, are all recorded and being hosted for people to find in the Urhobo YouTube channel. So that's a massive wealth of resource material. Sorry about that. So that resource is there for us to utilize and make best use of at our convenience. So that's just a quick look back overview at how we've organized Urhobo School this year. Before we hear from you, I don't know, Peter, teacher, if you just want to just give us your own rethoughts, your own reflection and feedback, and maybe recommendations, or anything that you want to say to us and the students.
All right, thank you. Urhobo
Hey,
Wado,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Wado, Mkpewo Waijobi. Yes, I thank everybody. I thank Omiragwa Ekoko Orogun for finding me worthy, and the entire UPU UK school for finding me worthy to carry out this project. And I hope I have been able to deliver it successfully. Yes, we started the class on a very high tone, and then we try to sustain it to the end. I know it's not very easy to learn, okay? To stay consistent for 40 weeks, it's not easy, but some of you, you really tried to make it as consistent as you can. As a teacher, I try to be consistent. Yeah, so I would like to give a shout out to Onome. Yes, Onome, it's is very regular. Onome, if you are there, shout out to you, though. And then Kayu Mavua, yes, well done, Onome. Kayu Mavua is regular. Yes, Neville is a very super active in our Urhobo class. Thank you. She's just
Hey,
joining us.
Wado.
Yeah, yes. And then in the children's class, there is a family, Damba and Menzi family. They did not miss any class. It's it's so shameful that they are not here today. They didn't miss any class, one single class they didn't miss. They are always there. The children are very active. And then there is one little girl, I don't know her parents. I didn't miss Aurora. She's always present, always active in the class. Yeah. So I thank all of you for participating and for following through with the Urhobo class. Okay. Now this is a language class. It's not a mathematics class or economics class. Okay. It requires practice, practice, practice. No matter how proficient you are in the language, in any language, if you don't speak for a very long time, you tend to forget the things that you already know. Yeah, when I was schooling in this eastern part of Nigeria, I was able to pick some Igbo language there because I lived there for 5 years. So I was speaking, but after I lived there for some time, I began to forget them. Why? Because I was no longer being with people that speak it, that I was no longer making an attempt to speak it. So that is how it is with this Urhobo language. The little that you have learned, use it. Use it. Don't just keep it out. Oh, the Urhobo class 2023 is over. Then I'll just keep my notes. No, you have to find every avenue to use the ones that you already know. One beautiful thing about the language is the more you immerse yourself into it, the language have its own spirit. It will reveal itself to you. There are things you don't know. They will just begin to reveal themselves to you. So the class is over 2023, but your learning shouldn't be over. It's a continuous thing. It shouldn't be over. So you have to practice on your own. Okay, so those are some of the things that we've achieved in this year, the consistency. And yeah, and one good thing about this class is that there are some people, when they came to the class, they did not know how to speak any Urhobo at all, you know. But as the class progresses, when we're getting to the end, people like Onome, they started, and Larry, they started speaking Urhobo. When you speak Urhobo, they begin to recognize what is being said and they can participate in it. And so I feel very fulfilled when I see such people, you know, and the children too. The children gradually, when you say something, they begin to understand you. I say, "Sweet, good." That is the power of of teaching and learning. Nothing is impossible when you put your heart to it. Okay, so having said that, suggestions I would like to make for this Urhobo language class is um, as when we want to do the next class, we should do assessments. We didn't do any assessments. Yeah, we didn't do assessments. We didn't do give us exercises for people to do, and then we review as a teacher. We look into the exercise and then we make corrections. So if there is exercise like that, it makes people be more on their toes and they study. Because as you're trying to do the exercise, you're trying to study, you're trying to make research, you're trying to ask people, how do I say this? How do you do that? And so that really help the interest, and it helps the learning. So that is one suggestion I will like to do. And then on my own part, as a teacher, if I have the opportunity again, I will like to put in more illustrations, okay, especially for the children. And yes, and the adults, illustration in our book, in our handbook, if we are going to edit it again, or yes, we must edit it. If we are going to, what's the word? If we are going to review it, okay, we put illustrations, so that, like, how do you call it? Like illustrations now of people making dialogue, short ones like that, so that people can key into it. So that is another suggestion I would like to make. Yes, overall, I'm very happy. I thank everybody for participating. I thank UK. Yeah, there is this is the secretary, Pastor. What is the pastor's? I've forgotten his name.
Sikaro. Pastor Sikaro.
Yes, yes. I didn't. It's not yet today. So I thank everybody for the opportunity. All right, and our leader, Young Irwina Osemingo. I
Brando
thank.
Wekobiru,
All
Wekobiru,
right, sir. Those
Wekobiru.
are.
Thank you so
Those are.
much. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, great talk there, Ike. Areas of development he mentioned. So continue from there. He mentioned some key areas that we will need to develop or factor into the program for 2024.
Yeah, and those are absolutely well noted
Yeah.
and valid. So thanks, Onyego, for that. So what we said for the benefit of one or two people that joined, we're just looking back, reflecting. So I gave a quick overview of the program, what we planned, what we intended, and how we gone about delivering. And we heard from the teacher just now. We now want to hear from yourselves. We've designed all of this for your benefit as part of those who have come forward because you value the Urhobo language. So when uh, uh, oh, this is something that's quite personal to me. Until about 15 years ago, or there, maybe less, I was starting to lose my Urhobo, and I wanted to regain my Urhobo. I wanted to strengthen my Urhobo. I was finding resources, materials to practice my Urhobo. I was really struggling at the time. Things have improved markedly since that time. And one thing I promised myself, because in the process of finding material, I ended up writing an oral book because I couldn't find an oral book. So I wrote an oral book, which I put on Amazon. You can still pick that up today. Obviously, there are things that I felt I need to go back and improve in the book, but that has now been superseded by other things that we're doing and the way that people are choosing to learn these days. People prefer learning through audio and through a demonstrative kind of method. And well, the book is still there. So the point I'm trying to make is I promise myself that anyone that comes forward and wants to learn Urhobo, we as UPU or as any organization in a position to help should always meet those people at that point of need. So we always take pride in people who want to learn the language, who make the time, especially people who have families who are busy with life and work, but still make time to learn the language. We owe it to you to always be there for you. So we celebrate you all for sticking with us, for learning with us, for improving with us. We hope. I just want to open the floor now and ask you maybe to give your own personal reflection, your own personal assessment, and if you can give us any feedback that you'd like us to take on board for future program, then that would be great.
Yeah,
Uh,
can I go first?
as a matter of fact, I was going to say that if you go first, I would really appreciate it, and then you can start from Ogara and work your way back to London. So please,
Yes.
Nyero, after Nyero, then Larry, I can see your hand. You can go next. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, hello everyone. So, yeah, I'm just truly grateful for Urhobo School, because I went to Nigeria in October and I was there for 3 weeks. And when I say they embraced me, like my family, it was a lot of firsts. So going back home for the first time, seeing all my family for the first time. And when I was speaking it with them, and it was just so easy to communicate with them. And it was thanks to Urhobo School. So I'm truly, truly grateful. They embraced me more than my elder siblings because of it, because they don't know the language as well as I do. So it was quite easy to get to know them and just become familiar. What else happened? Yeah, and it just made me realize that it's important to know your language, like 100%. It's made me really, really think that I really want to take it to the next level next year, and just become really, really fluent in Urhobo. So thank you all for such a great class.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.
Thank you, Nyero. That is so refreshing to hear. That's just amazing. So thanks. Larry, if you want to come in, by all means, switch on your video like you've just done, Larry. It'll be nice to see your faces, but if you're not in a place where you can, that's fine. But yeah, so Larry first, and then Kite, and then Onome, you'll come after Kite.
Urhobo Wado.
Yeah.
Urhobo UPU UK. I'm really, really grateful for the effort, the resources, the time that everybody has put into create not just the school, but also the the materials, the Zoom links, the YouTube recordings. Being in London, it's difficult for Londoners like myself, especially like the second generation, to sort of get involved in our culture or native tongue. But this has made it a lot easier for myself to learn, to understand the culture, the history, and how it is important for us to keep our language as well. So I really want to say thank you to Uncle Pete for honestly to dedicate week in, week out an hour plus 2 hours, probably more. It's not an easy feat at all. It's really, really, I can imagine it being really challenging and consuming, but I'm really, really grateful for the effort he puts into the sessions to ensure that we are learning as we go along, because it is a crash course to learn a whole language in 40 weeks. And I'm still at the very early stages. I still have my notes and still need to memorize and go over things, but it's been a great first cohort for me to be a part of, and I'll definitely be joining again going forward to sort of, as you said, practice and keep it going and flowing and just be amongst our people and our language, and for my future children, all of those things as well. So I'm really, really grateful beyond words that the weekly sessions, and my classmates as well, Onome and Never, been there most weeks as well. So I learn from them because they're a lot more fluent than I am. So hearing them talk, or conversate together in the classes has helped me to be a lot more confident and understand that I need to take it a lot more seriously going forward, so I can also be more proficient in the language. So then it's a lot easier for me to understand and to learn. And I believe the feedback for the future sessions in terms of assessments and tests is good and is important, even though it will be challenging to implement that during work and life, all of those things. But it allows you to sort of spend time during the week to memorize and to learn and to practice going forward, so you can retain the knowledge. So yeah, I'm really, really grateful beyond words of UP, Uncle Peter, everyone for doing what they do for us to learn. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Larry. We're still not very happy that you're enjoying all that Jamaican song to yourself, but we'll forgive you. And just before, can I just say a massive, massive shout out to Larry. It's his birthday today. So let's all wish Larry a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr.
Happy
Larry.
birthday, Larry. God bless you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Happy birthday, Larry. Happy
Fantastic.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Carry on, carry on.
Whoa.
Aswo, sing
Happy
it for
birthday,
Larry.
dear
Happy
Larry.
birthday,
Happy
dear
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
Larry.
to
you.
you.
Happy
Whoa, thank you
birthday
so much.
to
Hey, I would
you.
like to sing the birthday in Urhobo.
Go on
Yes,
then.
Go
please.
on,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on, teacher.
Yeah.
That's what.
Agogo ede area we. Agogo
Happy
ede area
birthday.
we. Agogo ede area we. Agogo ede area we. Larry.
That's something.
No,
That's something.
fantastic.
All right.
That's
Well
beautiful.
done.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much. That
That's
was
lovely.
wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Kitty, can we hear from you, please?
Good morning. Me go out to all my elders in the house. Want to
God bless
appreciate
you.
you all so much. It's my first time of meeting our vice president, Migo sir. It's
God
also
bless
my
you.
first time of
I am one of the Kitty.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm okay with say Metitiri. Onoma is my immediate younger brother, so I'm so proud of him.
Okay. Adam
We're
Roha,
the-
where? It's about to time like yeah.
well, I'm in the US. I'm in the US, so that's why I couldn't be really
Okay.
consistent.
Okay.
Oh,
Because a
no
lot of times
problem.
when I'm waking up, the class is ending because I work
All right.
mostly at nights. Yeah.
Okay. Time differences. Yeah.
Yeah. So Onome really represented us very well. So I'm so
Fantastic.
happy and proud of him. And I was
Thank
telling
you.
him a few weeks back that he's so improved, you know.
Yep.
When we're talking one-on-one, I was like, I'm so proud of you. I told him, you know. So I'm glad that other people noticed as well. So I
Yeah.
want to say a really big thank you to the organizers. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. We really look forward to this continuing. I think as
Okay.
more people know about it, they will join in. And I believe it's maybe our duty, those of us who joined this year.
Oh, no. You
Okay.
like it, huh?
I believe it's
Hero.
our duty, those of us that joined this year, to tell more people and invite more people for the years to come that this is really a good thing going on here and they all need to join in. I want to say a huge thank you to our robot teacher. He was fantastic. The little times I joined, I thoroughly enjoyed his teaching, his commitment, his patience, his thoroughness. And I want to suggest that he comes back, please. He's such a good teacher. He's such a good teacher. Really, really appreciate him. So I'm really grateful that I could join for this. When I saw the announcement that would be the last meeting, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to put my alarm on. I must be there. So I'm really happy I could make it. So thank you all once again. Thank you to UPU UK. I think that's how we said. Really appreciate you. God bless you so much. God bless you. Thank you all.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Bye-bye.
Kitty.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Brilliant. It's
Welcome,
good to
Kitty.
hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next person is on the no pressure. So there you go. You can feel free to say anything you'd like to say in the room, but yeah, let's be hearing from you. Yeah, you are.
Hey,
Yeah.
on the bed. On the bed, though.
Yeah, just to add to what my big sister Kitty already said, you know, was so grateful, extremely grateful for this opportunity. You know, big thank you to Urhobo Progressive Union in the UK. You know, imagine joining in for Lagos for a program organized for participants in the UK. You know, that was a rare privilege. You know, really appreciated. And let me also say the teacher, Peter. Wow, spectacular. You know, your patience is legendary. You know,
Oh.
and you're such a good teacher. You know, I'm grateful to have you. You know, you helped me. Your patience helped me learn. You know, and then for me, two significant reasons why I was so passionate about learning the language. One, for me growing up, my grandfather, my father's father, I always felt I could have had a better relationship with him if I could speak the language, because he couldn't speak any English, right? And I couldn't speak any Urhobo. So we would look at each other, and I saw the need to communicate in his eyes, and likewise for me, but there was just that loss in communication, and hence it affected the relationship. I would have been closer to him. He was the first lay reader in Okpara Waterside, my father's father. He lived to 114. So
Okay.
I felt I missed out on that relationship with him because I didn't understand the language. So I always said I was going to learn the language, and then something else happened recently. I think it was beginning of this year, so I'm currently building in Lagos, and then so there was a particular artisan that was supposed to do some work for me, and I paid him, and he took that money and disappeared. So to cut a long story short, I traced him to his house. He kept making promises to refund my money, but it wasn't happening. So I had to go report at the police station. That's the closest police station close to my house. When I got to the police station, the DPO and the person handling the case were both Urhobo. And they were excited when they saw, here I am in Lagos, Yoruba land, and I'm here with Urhobo police officers, but I couldn't communicate with them. So just because they heard my name, they were excited about the case. They were rooting for me. They were going all out. Things Nigerian police officers wouldn't normally do, they were doing for me because I was Urhobo. But I couldn't communicate with them. And I felt so bad. I was like, no, I have to learn this language. I have to. So that has been the driving force, and I'm glad this opportunity just came along. So thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Really looking forward to the future. Thank you.
So, Onobe,
That is so beautiful, and that's really, really touching us. I hope they managed to resolve the case. So that's good.
Yes,
Good.
I got my money back.
Fantastic. Good. Yes, we're all motivated in different ways to learn the language. We've heard some powerful motivations here. That's really good. So Neville, if you want to come in, yeah.
Hi, thank you so much. Wado, Epakwamikwo.
Friendo, Wekobiro, God bless
Mhm.
you. Ogene, beyond walk away.
Eva. Yeah, no. So my parents, I was born here, me, myself, and my brother, and we went back to Nigeria when I was little. I think it was probably about 5 or 6. And although my parents spoke Urhobo, they didn't mind that we didn't respond back in, Urhobo. So they just allowed us to speak English. So I understood. And then when I left Nigeria, I sort of lost, I wasn't in areas where there were lots of Urhobo people. I couldn't find, a lot anyway. So again, I lost, everything. And I went to an event, I think early on in the year. And for the past few years, I've been kind of thinking about, I've been getting this feeling more and more to learn Urhobo. I had friends who were Igbos and they had, Igbo lessons and everything. And I was actually beginning to wonder about, where to find a place or a situation where I could learn. And I went to an event and met an Urhobo girl there. And we started talking, and she then mentioned this. So she introduced me to this class, and I registered. And I must say, it has been so refreshing to hear Urhobo being spoken and to meet other people who have come to learn as well, so that we can, for me to re-engage, to reacquaint myself with my culture. And I'm very pleased that I'm actually able to make sentences without, twisting my tongue too much. And yeah, I really appreciate it. And Peter, honestly, you are fantastic. You're amazing. And your patience, yes, your patience is just beyond words. I'm very, very pleased. And I enjoyed when we had an in-person meeting a few months ago. It'd be good to have some more of those. And I still don't have a lot of Urhobo people around me, but I had a communication with my brother, with one of my brothers who's based in Lagos, and he was quite impressed at my progress. So I'm very happy. And yeah, thank you very much. And I look forward to continuing the lessons, and I will be making a special effort to continue speaking, to practice in order to become more fluent. It's still a bit ropey, but it's so much better than before. And I have remembered a lot of things. There are some new things that I've learned as well, but I look forward to continuing. Thank you. And actually, I like the idea of having illustrations. Actually, that is a fantastic one in the books. Yes. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
All right, it's good to see your face, Devil.
Thank you.
Yeah, your camera has always been off during our class, but today
I can tell you that she's not camera shy at all. We see her on
yeah.
national telly, and she's on national TV here. She's everywhere. She's not shy of the camera at all. Yeah.
Like in the beginning, thank you. In the beginning, I actually came on camera, but I saw that a lot of people had the cameras off, so I thought, well.
All right.
Fantastic. That's good. I don't know, Kayo Marwan, Mobo, I call her Mobo. She's my daughter. Mobo, do you guys want to say anything, or Kayo Marwan?
Yeah, I would like to say something. Well, I really enjoyed, even though I only joined a few sessions, which I was able to do this year, unfortunately, because it was my final year. But now that I'm completely over and I've started my job now, I'm more settled. I'm really looking forward to the next year and being more consistent and more, making more of an effort to learn my language, because as what everybody says, learning your language or mother tongue is extremely important, and it's something that you shouldn't take for granted, and you should use every minute that you possibly can to learn it. So that's my mission for next year. That's my resolution to myself, that I'm going to make January 1st to make sure I put as much more effort in learning my language as much as I possibly can. And I really enjoyed the teaching that I did do when I did go to the lessons. I really enjoyed the teacher. I'm really grateful we had such a fantastic teacher that taught me Urhobo. Even the few sessions I did have, I learned so much, and I'm really, really grateful. And I'm really excited to learn as much more next year. And yeah, I'm really happy with what teachers said about, setting assignments. I think that will help me out a lot as well. So having homework and, learning more in my extra time with my dad, having you to teach me and do my homework with me, that would be fun. Well, you'll help me do my homework at least, like the good old days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, I'm extremely grateful for everybody as well in the group. You made it more entertaining and interesting as well, all the students. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And thank you so much to everybody, Mingwal, to everybody for everybody that set this up. And I'm extremely grateful. And yeah, thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, Mobile. Well done.
All right, Naomi.
Beautiful. Okay. It's okay if you maybe Kyle Mabo is not in a position to speak. So
No, Mingwell, I can.
yeah, you are. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I want to say thank you as well. I feel very fulfilled also, because I think the small conversations that I've been able to have with my mum and my brother since starting, I've noticed my own progress. And also just like the pride that I have, that my mum has when she speaks to me sometimes as well. Even maybe that I'm not as fluent as she wants or I can be, but just that she can see the progress. I think we're both very happy. And yeah, thank you so much to the teacher for again the patience. And I think there was a lot of times just trying to stick to it, that I'd come to sessions and I'd be struggling, or I'd come to sessions and I'd be a bit down, but I feel like the teacher's energy was always able to pick me up from the first minute, and make me want to keep coming week after week. So yes, no, it's been a very fulfilling time of the year, I think, and a big part of my my routine from week to week. And yeah, I also really like the teacher idea about the illustrations and the work, the exercises and assessments. Because like Naomi was just saying, if we can go away and talk to our parents and talk to people to try and complete the exercises, and maybe we come back to the lessons and we go over the homework before the actual lesson starts, that could be a good way to improve and make sure that we're practicing outside of the lessons as well as inside the lessons. Yeah. But yes, no, thank you everybody as well for the community and the support and just the shared passion, because I think that's what's helped inspire me to keep going with it.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. Thanks for that. And thanks everyone that has spoken. You've all spoken very, very well. And I can, it's easy to sense the passion, to sense the motivation, to sense the commitment, and we need to keep that going. So I cannot thank you guys enough. Really appreciate that. So again, we will always be committed to Urhobo. We need to do this to give you what you require to improve, to meet your personal goals, and to help sustain and preserve the language. So absolutely, we'll always be there. So as we end this year and this session, so just a quick overview. We've had some feedback, some ideas from you just now. We will obviously now be focused on having a fantastic Christmas and having a lovely celebration with our families. And when we come back next year, we want to resume with new vigor, with new, obviously, take on board some of these suggestions. So what myself and Chief Aaron, the lead tutor, and also spoke to teacher Peter, is that we will need to reorganize the work pack, the workbook. Obviously take on board the ideas of introducing more captivating illustration to make learning easier and more engaging. And the idea of assessment will incorporate that into the package and into the lesson plan, so that maybe perhaps we set aside assessment days or whether, I don't know, we'll see what works. And also what you said, Neville, about the in-person practical sessions for those that can make it. Again, we will try and any assistance that students can offer is greatly appreciated. We'll try and organize those, and please volunteer to help pull those together. I think a lot of the time it's solely because we just don't have enough capacity to do stuff. So as we'd wanted to do more of those than the one that we delivered. So for next year, the thinking is, yes. So Larry, yeah, feel free to.
I was just going to ask 2 points. I think you were going to mention it just now anyway in regards to next year for new cohorts. I think at least 5 people who would like to join.
Yes,
I will address.
Yeah, I will address.
Yeah. And the second point is there like a pot that we can contribute to? Because I would like to provide something for the UPU or to our teacher just to say thank you and sort of continue support, because I know that there's a lot of effort behind the scenes and we only paid £10 for the whole 9 months. I would like to sort of give back some way possible.
You're stealing my thunder, Larry, but that's good. That's good. It's good to see that we're on the same wavelength. So yes, absolutely. I was going to I will do something at the end. I will say something at the end. So thanks for that contribution. But before I proceed, let me just welcome Chief Ejiro Ogujabo onto the platform. I will let him other than the Honorable Migwa.
Vlado.
Yes, brilliant. So I will let him introduce himself and if there's anything he'd like to tell us. We've just been reflecting, we've just been looking back. We've heard from the students. So over to you, Honorable.
Urhobo Wadu.
Yeah.
Urhobo Wadu.
Yeah.
Urhobo Wadu.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mesa Vowana Emroma Kebe. Navai Savoma. Siena Vere Ravana. All water Vere Ravare. When you're a Bemejana.
Año. Esa fere but enyo, but you might maybe speak English. Big war president.
Just to say, just to say how glad I am that we have our people in diaspora who are coming together to perfect our language. Because our language, the Urhobo language, defines us as a people. And we can begin to achieve linguistic independence when we come together and speak our language, because then others will also recognize that we are proud of our language. The language makes us a people. So I just want to congratulate all those who have been involved in the training. I also want to congratulate all those who have been involved in the learning. Ideally, we want to be able to come together from time to time and to communicate in our own language. That is so important. But we also know that language is the index of culture. And we Urhobo people have a rich culture and traditions. And we cannot lose sight of that fact that we are a unique people that must celebrate our uniqueness. So I just want to thank you all for all the effort that you have been making. Wako biluo mamo, wako bonya, Urhobo mierio.
Yeah. Thank you, Able
Honorable,
President.
I want to say, please, your voice is so clear and crisp. I love it.
Thank you.
If you want to hear more of it, if you go onto the Urhobo School YouTube channel, because of our love for his voice, we got him to record one of the Urhobo School videos. So it's on there, and you can watch it, and then you can hear the voice all of the time, because of his clarity and the power and the vigor that he has. So you've just heard from the president of Urhobo Progress Union UK, Chief Ejiro Wojabo, who's just returned from Nigeria, where they held the annual Urhobo Progress Convention with the UPU president worldwide, Chief Esegan. So that celebration, we understand, went well. And the president just returned a few days ago. We're glad to hear from him.
So Oyoma Messiah Joao.
Oyoma Olosa.
Wadu.
You're still adjusting to the code. Yes. No, sir. No. No. Yeah. So that's the president. We have the vice here. So as I was saying before, for next year, we need to do something to recognize the progress that you guys have just told us that you have made. We need to sustain it, and we need to give you something to build on that and to continue that that journey that you have started. So we'll need to separate the sessions. So the planning that we'll need to go and start making now would be to create a beginner's lesson. So we'll have separate time for people who will be beginning from A, B, C, D, from the very start, and then work their way up, and those who have already made some progress and got the foundation and want to, move on from there. So we will have to think about the logistics of that, when and how. We already do 2 lessons every Saturday. So potentially we're looking at 4 lessons every Saturday, because obviously, just like you've just been speaking now about the progress that you have made, some of the children have also made incredible progress. Children, they learn very, very fast, and they've done just that. So we want to protect the learning that those kids have made, and then obviously open up new avenue for fresh new students to get on that journey as well. So that's going to take some time to plan, and that's going to take some time for us to recruit, to campaign, and allow people to register, and also prepare the material. So as you can imagine, we will need to have 2 sets of materials now. So we need to rework the material that we use this year, make it more illustrative, and incorporate some of the new activities and lessons that our teacher used this year into the workbook, and of course creates new program, a new workbook activity for people like yourselves that will be building on prior knowledge. So what that means is we will be using January to do all of that, and February. So we'll work on the material and the program. We'll do the campaign, the registration, the induction, and all of that. So we'll be looking to, we don't have an exact date yet, but we know that as a minimum, it's going to take about 2 months to get everything in place. And also to make sure that anyone who wants to get on that journey, we reach out to them through our campaign, and we get them registered and inducted, and we know when and how we're going to run the lessons. One of the things I want to check with you guys is, we know that Saturday can be precious for people who are working, or who have domestic life, another thing that they want to prioritize. So we're looking potentially at running weekday evening, say for argument's sake, 8 o'clock UK time. Is if that's something that would work for you, just for us to be able to make capacity for 4 lessons per week. I don't know, what's any initial thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, well, for me, it depends on the day. So the evenings I'll probably be able to do the Wednesdays.
Sorry?
I said I said it depends on the day.
Okay.
For me, yeah. So Wednesday evenings are usually very clear for me.
Okay.
Saturday is good as well, but sometimes I have jobs that
Yeah.
I have to go and do. This time on Saturday works quite well for me, and I can then do my other things before, afterwards. Yeah, so Wednesday is my evening free.
Okay. Okay. All right. A teacher needs to get on to other things now. I don't know if you want to just quickly say goodbye before you leave.
So as I've said before, I thank all of you for participating and for the willingness to continue practicing the Urhobo under this arrangement. And if I'm called again to participate or to facilitate the program, I will be very willing to take the option, to take the opportunity. Yeah. So weekend, any day of the week, I will make myself available. I can reschedule my activities to fit in the Urhobo class, this particular setup. I'll be very willing to do it. All right, so that is it. And I hope to see you again next year, see all of you again and more people. Please invite as much people as you can bring, because the more, the merrier. Okay, all right. Wado.
Welcome,
Okay, thank you.
teacher.
All right.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
God bless you.
I'm gonna
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
All right.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Good. Good. Thank you, Oliver.
Okay.
Good. All right, thanks. So we are still working through the options and the days. Wednesday is one of the potential days that we are looking at. Wednesday evening, maybe Tuesday, but we'll look at the options and we'll probably get your views nearer the time. But we will have to do something because we can't fit in 4 lessons on Saturday. It's just not going to be practical. But we'll see what options there are. So fundamentally, we will take a break now and we will be communicating on the platform. We will urge you and plead with you to keep watching over the YouTube videos. As all the lessons for the year are there. Yeah. So because we're taking a break, doesn't mean that you have to take a break. So please watch the YouTube and by all means, come onto the platform and ask any question, ask me directly, ask Chief Younger, and ask any of the admin there, even the tutor. You know, we are we are passionate about assisting you. If you need any assistance, if you know, as you continue on your self-led learning until we resume sometime in February towards the end potentially, but we'll confirm the dates nearer the time.
If a word is clear, we don't need to repeat it. All the areas that need development has been mentioned. We'll factor them in, we'll meet, and we'll communicate to you as we go into 2024, and we will take it to the next level. Obviously, like the tutor have mentioned, other people have mentioned, please ring the bell, call other people to be involved, start from a different level. Why those of you who have been here will have another level, except you want to do both sections. There's nothing wrong in it to consolidate your learning. So everything we all have spoken today will be taken on board for implementation by the grace of God 2024. So Amakobiru Robowadu, Amakobiru Akparodo Robokubaro. Thank you so much. Let me leave now. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
It's been
Goodbye.
an honor and a pleasure, and I hope you have a fantastic Christmas.